Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today we are continuing our goal of making this add-on to the island look a little bit less ridiculous. If you look over here, this looks like a more natural hill sort of a situation. Is it hollow? Yes. Will I go back and put stone in it because it bothers me that it's hollow? Yeah, probably I will. But today's goal is actually much more simple, and it is to put down dirt. We just got to put dirt down all the way across the island. Now, what's interesting, that's not true at all. It's not interesting in the least. But one thing to keep in mind is that we need to have a beach. And so what I've been trying to figure out is, like, where do we put the dirt? We don't put it right here on top of the sand. So we've got to set it a couple of blocks away. But then if we do that, right, or I guess if we use grass, that looks kind of wonky. And so what I was thinking we would do is instead we would have sand and we would have the beach, and so the sand comes up and it's like bump, and then maybe a couple blocks back, have a couple layers thick of sand all the way around, and I have more sand right over here. So for the sake of demonstration, let me grab some more sand. I should have had it in my inventory ready to go. I failed myself. I failed all of you at home. Already this demonstration is falling apart. I apologize. But we have sort of like a beach of varying thickness, and then we go into the dirt and the grass. We're going to mostly be using dirt because I think we mostly have dirt with some grass sprinkled here and there, and eventually it'll all spread and the whole field will be grass is the goal. By the end of it. But something like that, so that from the side, you've got like a nice sloping beach, and then once you get to the center, it's all grass and dirt. And maybe we add a couple of hills here and there, where the grass goes up and down, so it's not all just one smooth plane. But then in the future, eventually we'll add things like trees and little houses, because we're going to put villagers over here. Eventually, this is, I've decided, where we are going to build the new residences for all of our villagers. So we're going to have a library out here, and we'll have some kind of little farm. Not that farm over there. Or maybe we will put some villagers in that farm over there, and they'll be the farming villagers, or what have you, the gardening ones and whatnot. But that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing today. And it's going to make for, I'm sure, a very highly entertaining episode of the Let's Play. I'm sure that many people are going to write in. There's going to be comments down below. Go check. Heck, you might be leaving one right now saying, Rees, this was by far my favorite installment of the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play adventure. I've watched every episode up until now, but absolutely none of the episodes have really captured the heart of the Minecraft experience in the way that this episode did. And Rees, I just wanted to say thank you so much for reminding me what it means to be a Minecrafter and what it means to have joy in my soul, joy in my heart, joy in my bowels, and, you know, what it means to have, like, a very well-regulated diet. I don't know how you're getting that out of this episode. I don't know what exactly I've done that helped you regulate your diet, but I'm glad that it helped, and I hope that you're feeling healthy. You know, when people use the word diet, they often think weight loss. Everyone has a diet, though. Your diet is not what you do to lose weight. Your diet is what you do to survive. Your diet is just what you eat. And you can have, like, you can be a healthy weight without having a healthy diet and therefore not having a healthy life. So it's important that you get all your nutrients, all your vitamins, and that you're feeling well. One of the best indicators that you're having a good diet and that you are in good health is how you feel. And so if watching this video helped you realize that maybe you need to eat a bit more fruit, a bit more vegetable, and by the end of it, you start taking better care of yourself, and your life is improved in some way, shape, or form, some variety, and you think to yourself, wow, I never thought that a Minecraft video would have just such a positive impact on how I look, how I feel. You know, you're feeling younger than ever before. You feel 20 years younger. You know, you got all these young college girls chasing you now, and wow, what a profound difference. Hey, leave a comment down below. Let me know that happened. Let me know how this series has changed your life for the better. How you went from maybe a bit of a nerd to a bit of a Chad. You started going to the gym more because you thought, wow, if this slob on the internet is sitting here telling me about my health and how I need to get in better shape and feeling better and feeling younger and get my testosterone levels checked or whatever you do once you reach a certain age. Wow, I really should turn things around. And this has been a profound impact on me. Maybe you even turn around and you start spreading the good news of health and well-being to your friends and family. And maybe you look at yourself in the mirror and you ask, am I really the person I want to be? What is the meaning of life? Where do I want to find myself in 10 years? Go pray. Go talk to God. Okay? Read the Bible. And maybe you find a newfound sense of faith and purpose and meaning in life, and you think, wow, this random YouTube video really, it really helped me open up my third eye, so to speak. And now I see the truth of it all, and everything is different. It's never going back to the way it once was. You can't go back after a change like this. And I'm gonna, you just go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know exactly how it happened and where you are now. Sort of like a documentary style, sort of fill in the blank here, like where were you and where are you going? Tell us all about your life story here. Or don't, because honestly, I'm just rambling to fill time, which is ridiculous, because this episode could be 5 minutes long. If I would just shut up, I could just cut to a moment in the future where, oh, I haven't slept since last episode, I'm realizing. I can cut to a moment in the future where all of this is finished, and I can say, all right, here's what I did. And I can show you all of the progress, and we can just be done and move on with our lives. You know, you can tune back in to tomorrow's episode, where we'll do something different. I've already got some ideas about what I want to do tomorrow. Nothing's ever set in stone, and we might change our ideas, but I've got ideas for tomorrow's episode kind of already in the cooker, and if you tune in tomorrow, you'll see what they are. Or you can just keep watching this episode, and I can keep mumbling, and I can keep rambling about nonsense, and, you know, maybe something comes of it, maybe not. If something comes of it for you, if you're watching this and thinking, I don't hear nonsense, I hear something transformative, I hear something life-changing, I'm taking this to the bank with me, not literally to the bank, or maybe you do go to the bank. Maybe you get that bit of money tucked away out of your savings, and you do something worthwhile with it, either to improve your life, or maybe you just invest in something, and you get back some dividends on it, and you think, wow, I really want to become a supporter to help show how appreciative I am that this information helped revolutionize my life. Hey, you know what? Patreon, hold on, what is it? I think it's Howdy Folks. What is it? Whatever the Patreon is. Patreon.howdyfolks.net is what it is. Link in the description to the Patreon. Consider becoming a channel member. You know, that works too. And then leave that comment down below and tell all your friends. Tell all of your friends when they ask about this change in your life, this change in your fortune, they say, well, how did it happen? Where did it start? You can say, it all started with a Minecraft video, and you can link them to this channel, and they won't make fun of you. They'll actually watch it and say, wow, that's really cool that you watch this content. This guy's pretty neat, and I think I want to watch more of his videos. And then they'll pick up my mannerisms, and they'll start talking like me and acting like me, and it'll be like you're surrounded by me all the time, which is how everyone wants to live their life. Everyone wants to be surrounded by me all of the time. I top off on some sand, and I'm going to start putting down dirt, and my idea here is that when the dirt's all placed, the grass will grow through the center of it, and we'll have like a nice core of grass right down the middle of the island that can kind of spread to newly placed dirt blocks. And we'll put some grass in the middle too. That way it spreads inward from both directions. What if I do it 1 block for every 8 blocks of the dirt? We just throw down a grass, and then that way it can kind of help spread more quickly. Get out of here, you! Okay, we're getting there. We've basically got the entire thing surrounded now. We just gotta determine thickness of sand. Okay, sands are now completed all the way around in a way that I think is at least somewhat satisfactory for the time being, and maybe they get altered in the future. Maybe not. That's okay, one way or the other. Now we gotta fill it all in with dirt. I'm thinking we might put a hill right over here, so I'm gonna actually fill in the sand here. I should probably be filling in the dirt and not worrying about making a hill right now, but I kind of want to make just a little bit of a hill here. Okay, here it is. Here's my hill. Whatever. Okay, so having a look here, looks like I've got grass going all the way around the outsides, now just to fill in the dirt, and I've decided that I'm not going to be building any more hills right now. If I want to add more hills in the future, like, let's just get this done. Let's just get this finished, and if I want to add a hill here, because I kind of want to have one here, you know, we'll carry on from there afterward. I like to build these little boxes, right? Where everything is squared off, and then I go back in and I fill in the boxes, because it gives you a better sense of like, okay, here's how much needs to be done. And as you complete each box, it feels like a thing has been achieved. Because if you're just filling in this massive void, it feels like, oh, it's just never going to be done. I'm going to run out of dirt. I am going to run out of dirt. I need to go grab some more. I probably need to go actually to the actual dirt mine and mine some more dirt. But like as you're filling in boxes like this, like I'll go ahead and do this little one here, and I'm like, that's one of the boxes down. Well, that's all the dirt. So we're moving on to just using grass primarily, I suppose. We might actually run out of grass as well. I'm realizing we might be in a bit of a situation here where we might have to. This might become a 2-part episode, where in the next part we have to go collect dirt. Oh, now how exactly did you do that? You shouldn't be able to get up here. How? You shouldn't be able to do that. Unless they've somehow updated your code to where you can finally... Because normally what happens is if they don't have a ledge to bob on, they just kind of float here against that. They've never actually been able to get up here, though. Hello? Come and get me. Well, he's not going to because I'm out of the water. That's weird. How odd. This is the end of the dirt. And I'm pretty sure this is my final bit of grass. But we did it. We certainly went and did it. Now it's going to look a lot better once all the grass has grown into the dirt. And I can put down tall grass and flowers and everything. But for now, that looks a little better. That looks a little bit... is that a part of the soundtrack? I guess I've never noticed it does that. I think that looks much better. It looks infinitely better. I like that you can see the difference here between the biomes, though, as we go from a lukewarm ocean to forest. I like that this is forest biome right here. This was not land. It just kind of, because like up here on the island was forest. All of this was beach. That's funny to think about. I'm looking at the top center for this information, by the way. This was considered forest, even out here into what was definitely the ocean before. All of this is lukewarm ocean. Yeah, certainly looks like it, doesn't it? This is river. What? Wait, what? These are original biomes from the game, so it actually considered the space directly adjacent to our island to be a river biome. That's interesting. I mean, it's not a river now even, but I think that's very interesting that the space that is now between, and this was considered beach, even though none of this was an island before. I mean, there's a tiny little bit of dirt sticking out, I think, right over here, maybe like a single piece of grass. But it's interesting that we've now got a river. So wait, we get different things when you fish a river, don't we? Or is that only when you fish like a jungle river? Because that's the thing too, isn't it? Isn't there such a thing? Oh, it was, I'm pretty sure there's such a thing. Maybe not. Maybe I made that up. I've been told I need to find maybe not a lukewarm, but a warm ocean, and there's something I need to be looking for there, but I don't know the details on that, so I haven't done it yet. I was gonna say I'm interested to see whether or not any of this shows up as like beach or anything that isn't biome yet. Oh, cool. Okay, so it goes from being lukewarm ocean to deep lukewarm ocean right here, but I don't really see a difference. I still think that maybe if I expand this area to connect the island together, instead of having that hard line right there, if I just fill all of this in, which I might still do. In fact, I probably will still do, because I think having that slope connect right there, have that little thing go just right there, all of this will look much better. Because right now this is just too abrupt a sharp edge. And I think that it makes all of this. And then also this just has a bunch of weird shapes going off of it that don't look natural, kind of look wacky. But I'm pleased with it so far. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!